All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pleasant Grove High School. Tonight's matchup, a District 7 4A road game on the calendar, Jay, but we are here in the friendly confines because of weather. North Lamar with grass field down there. Didn't know that we'd be able to get the game in tonight, and they really wanted to make sure we got this one done, and so we are at home for our penultimate district game of the season.
Yeah, North Lamar still having their opportunity to make the playoffs. And so we're going to be looking at a match between Pleasant Grove and North Lamar. You know, North Lamar is coming in with a 5-3 record, 1-2 in district play, where they have beat Pittsburgh and have losses to both Spring Hill and Gilmer. And Pleasant Grove coming in tonight with an 8-0 perfect record. And, of course, that means that they are perfect in district as well, beating Gilmer, Pittsburgh, and Liberty Ilo. And so this should be a matchup to where North Lamar can solidify their playoff position and being able to make it into the top 4 of the district. So it'll be interesting just how this outcome is going to be. You know, Pleasant Grove's got a few injured players tonight, so we're going to see a few new faces in the linebacker role. And so with this slot T that North Lamar brings in, that front line of the Pleasant Grove defense is going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, interested to see how we adjust to that. We have not played a team that runs the slot T like this, and so interested to see what they do. And then, of course, we'll see the same thing, I think, ending up the week next week with the Spring Hill.
Yeah, and, you know, this slot T offense, they've amassed a little over 2,200 yards on the ground this year with 22 TDs, so they're averaging right at 6.3 yards per carry, and most of that is going to be on the back of their senior quarterback, Blake Hildreth.
Yeah, so everything kind of runs through him, and so it'll be up to, like you say, that front line of the Hawks to be able to, can we keep him under control? Can we, make sure that we are, following our blocks, making sure we stay disciplined when you play one of these teams like this. Last week's game versus Liberty Ilo here, man, really, kind of a back-and-forth affair that it really wasn't settled until we got close to the end of the game. Had some mistakes and things there. Had a couple of plays, touchdown plays called back on penalty, and really interested to see if we get some of that stuff cleaned up this week.
Well, playing in just his third game as a starter is B.J. Rochelle.
Yeah.
And he came up huge at the end of the game. Liberty Ilo was only down by 1 score and were forced to punt. And B.J. Rochelle broke through the line and blocked the punt and fell on the ball himself to get the last score of the game to make it the two-score game that it was. But that game with about 6 minutes to go, there was still a lot left in Liberty Ilo's tank.
Absolutely.
In that game.
And they're playing Pittsburgh this week. They're kind of trying to get that section, that 3-4 spot in the district race solidified there, and North Lamar, looking to get into that, and then they play Liberty Ilo next week. And so the bottom half of this district really not going to come into clarity until we go. The Hawks, we have an opportunity here, get a win tonight, get a win next week, and then move into the playoffs. And at that point, if you end the season at Jerry's World, you have another undefeated season there. And so I think Coach Gibson and his entire staff have a lot of motivation to finish this regular season strong, and not just cruise into the playoffs. And I think really want to, put the best effort tonight against a North Lamar team that I think has a staff and a group of students who believe in what they're doing and really are going to come out with a lot of fight and a lot of spirit tonight for sure.
Well, you allude to that, possible perfect season going into Jerry's World, and there's been a lot of comparison to the 2017 team.
Yep.
There's been a lot of comparisons to the 2019 team. And so, it's going to be interesting to see which team shows up tonight and, for the rest of the season here for Pleasant Grove.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take you to the field for the national anthem as both teams have taken the field. All right, and so we'll get the captains out here. We alluded to it right at the beginning. We've moved this game to a home game because of potential weather there and the lack of a turf field in North Lamar. And I just want to give a shout-out to not only the leadership and the logistics folks here at Pleasant Grove, but also North Lamar. It is an undertaking to put on a football game on a Friday night. It's an undertaking to go to a football game. And when you kind of have your mindset going one direction and then you switch it less than 24 hours out, it really takes a lot of people working. I met the transportation director for North Lamar. He had to jump on a bus and bring some people down so they would have enough folks. And then different people stepping in for Pleasant Grove here to work at the game tonight. And so just a lot of work, and really just appreciate everybody doing what they do. You see the captains out there on the field. Jalen Bordley out there for the Hawks. Good to see him after the injury last week. Joseph Bailey out there. Caden Allen out there for the Hawks, as well as the kicker, Caleb Jones. And talk about that scary injury last week with Bordley, and ended up with just a cut as his helmet came off. And, man, it looked a little sketchy there for a little bit on the field.
Well, and I think the precautions that were taken to, pull him off the field and have him see some medical attention. Pleasant Grove, definitely missed him being on the field, but glad to see him out there. Three of the players that we won't see tonight are going to be KJ Reeder, Buck Anderson, and Noah Sexton. And those three players alone are responsible for 20% of this team's total tackles.
Yeah, so, interested to see that. Yeah, Noah Sexton, we noticed him in pads at the end of the game last week and saw that. So the Panthers won the toss. They elected to receive. They will start on offense, and so the Hawks will start on defense. And you talked about that, missing a big core of that defense, and so it'll be interesting to get that going. And now we got Quinn getting the crowd fired up and ready to go. And
always a good part of the beginning of the game.
Nobody happier than Quinn Stanfield to get to add an extra monologue on this season as we move here into playing this.
We mentioned that this slot T offense definitely is going to run the ball a lot, but Hildreth is going to pick and choose when to take advantage of his receivers. He does have 8 TDs for the season and 0 interceptions, and over 380 yards total passing yards for him. So if the defense gets lulled in, he's liable to try to take one deep.
Absolutely, and the Hawks, lived by this same offense for several years, put a couple of state championships on the board with it, so no one more than Hawk fans understand how dangerous that can be. Caleb Jones with the ball teed up for Pleasant Grove right in the middle of the 40-yard line. High end-over-end kick, and it's going to bounce next to number 2, Anthony Jordan. He's content to let it go into the end zone for a touchback, and so North Lamar will start at their own 25-yard line. I want to take a moment to thank the sponsors who help us bring you this each and every week. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Greg Orr Auto, Rocasa Organics, Reliance Mechanical Contractors. Timeouts each week by Texas A&M Texarkana, and Commercial National Bank, our scoreboard sponsor. We can come to you live each week right here on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching us for free. And we are able to do that because of these fine sponsors. Make sure you let them know how much you appreciate them supporting Texarkana Game Day and all of the logos that you see in the 4 corners of the screen tonight as you watch that. So North Lamar sets up 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. They have one man wide left, everybody in tight in the formation with the quarterback under center. Hands the ball, a little gut draw into the middle.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove defensive line there stiffens up and just keeps that to a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards.
That's number 32, Cameron Widener, the carry on that play. 2nd down and 8 to go. Now they're going to split receivers out wide, and they look over to the sideline, which is something pretty common in high school ball. Look over to get the call from the coaches.
Looks like Landon West is going to take on Noah Sexton's role tonight.
Yep. Good to see him there. Ty Boozer over here on the outside linebacker position on the left side of the defense as well. Gilbert under center once again. Gets the snap. Quarterback keeper coming around the left side. And Hildreth is going to be right near the 1st down marker as he is knocked out of bounds. Caden McFadden on the carry. That'll be 3rd down and 1, excuse me, on the defense there, knocking him out of bounds. 3rd and 1 now for North Lamar. Big pickup there on 2nd down.
And Cade McFadden does a great job keeping the pitch man because there was a late pitch there by Hildreth.
And they're actually going to say it was enough for the 1st down, and it was close to the marker there. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line now for the Panthers as they get the call from Coach Klein and company over on the far sideline. North Lamar going from left to right on your screens at home. Toward the north here at Pleasant Grove. Pitch coming around the left side now is number 6, Dallas Foster. And the Hawks do a good job to spread this one out. Our own number 6, Torion Phillips, making the tackle for a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 now for the Panthers.
Yeah, Jamon Wheeler did a good job getting some pressure out quick, forcing that runner to take it out a little bit wider than he wanted to.
This is how you want to defend against this type of offense, is get them behind the sticks. 2 receivers wide to the left. Quarterback under center again. Hands off, little gut draw. No, a late pitch coming left. Use a little bit of misdirection out here.
Yeah, Cade McFadden there putting the first lick on him, and then he basically fell forward for a yard gain.
They faked the ball to Wildner.
Gain of about 3 is going to make it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, with the addition of B.J. Rochelle down there, looks like both outside linebackers are almost playing up on the line as well, with Landon West just sort of going north and south with the runner.
Same formation now for the Panthers. Oh, they get the Hawks to jump. We'll see if there's a flag here. Quarterback just with a quick snap, so he does a hard count, gets the defense to jump, and then they instinctively know to get it run forward, and they're going to take a free 5 yards here, and so it'll make a 3rd and 9, a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, now they have a manageable 3rd down.
Replay 3rd down.
So we got them behind the sticks, and now the penalty, like you say, puts them in a little more manageable position. You see everybody looking to the sideline except the center.
Everyone looking at their wrist to get the play call.
Hildreth waiting on the snap now. He's going to keep it, tried to follow his fullback and dive forward. He will not have enough for the 1st down. The Hawks do a good job of bottling that thing up in the middle. Looked like Eddie Tank was the first man in there for the Hawks, and Jamon Wheeler came in to help as well.
Yeah, Hildreth trying to follow J.T. Franklin, his fullback, through the hole, but it just did not materialize for him. Got to think another hard count's going to occur here. So we dropped 8 minutes and 53 seconds in this 1st quarter.
I can't see the scoreboard down there. Everybody in tight now for the Panthers here. A big 4th down and 2 right here near midfield. Quarterback is going to keep it, looking to pitch. He's going to try to reverse field now, and he is not going to get to the Hawks. Reading that one beautifully. Lance Jackson, the man wreaking havoc in the backfield, and turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawks on the short side of the field at the North Lamar 43-yard line.
Yeah, once again, Pleasant Grove very, very, restrained in making sure that pitch man was covered, forcing Hildreth to keep that, and just had nowhere to go but down.
So the defense holds, and now Akari Johnson and company come out on offense. Jalen Boardley will be the tailback. Lance Jackson playing the H-back. 2 receivers left side, 1 right. And they hand the ball off to Boardley. Boardley looking for some room in the middle. Gets to the next level. Jalen Boardley bounces it outside at the 25. Picks up a block at the 10. 5. Touchdown Hawks, 43 yards away. Jalen Boardley.
Yeah, he placed a stiff arm at about the 32-yard line that was very, very impressive in order to break him out wide, and goes in for the first score of the game at 8:26 on the clock.
Big block by Jabry in Baltimore helped spring him out there on the outside as he drove the cornerback back inside the formation to allow Boardley around. Now, Jones' kick is up, and it is good. 8:26 in the first. Hawks 7, Panthers 0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, Hawk fans, welcome back. Caleb Jones with the ball teed up once again after the Jalen Bordley score. This time a driving kick fielded at the 22-yard line by one of the up men for the Panthers. That's Adrian Nichols. He's going to be bottled up quickly. Looked like number 21 for the Hawks. Chase Elrod, the first man down there. And so a little bit better field position to start this drive for the Panthers. They'll begin at their own 31-yard line, first down and 10. The Hawk defense doing a good job to get a stop on fourth down to set up the short field for the offense. A one-play, 43-yard touchdown scamper by Jalen Bordley.
Yeah, two of the keys for me tonight for North Lamar was time of possession and efficiency on the offensive side. But if they're going to give up one-play drives to Pleasant Grove, time of possession is not going to matter.
First and 10 now for the Panthers. Quarterback keeper again, and he is not going to get anywhere. The Hawks do a good job of reading that one.
Yeah, B.J. Rochelle in there quick and blocking all the holes in the front there.
You talk about just his fourth varsity game back here for the Hawks, and he has been impressive with his return to the field. Loss of one makes it second down and 11 now, back from the 30-yard line for Hildreth and company. 15 seconds on the play clock as they get the call in. Look down to the wristbands. Again, everybody in tight in the slot T. Fake the handoff. Hildreth running around the left side, being pursued from behind. He'll pick up some positive yardage. B.J. Rochelle trying to get to him from the backside.
I believe that was Buck Anderson there with the stop there in the linebacker role.
Third down now and 6 to go as they get the ball out to the 35-yard line.
Actually, that was Terrell Patton.
Terrell Patton making the stop there.
Yeah, he's getting the call to play a little extra linebacker this game. We've actually had the opportunity to call his name a couple games ago, and so I'm assuming he's glad to have this playing time tonight.
Yeah, get a little reps under the legs. Handoff up the gut, this time to Brody Stout. And again, he is going to be bottled up by the center of that Hawk defense. Landon West coming up from the linebacker position, and now fourth down and 4, and the Panthers are going to send in the punt team. It's a little bit too long for them to try to take the same risk here at this point in the game. Hildreth is the punter, which is something to keep an eye on if they try any kind of fakes. And Caden McFadden started to back up into receiver position. They said, you go on up and we'll send Akari Johnson out here. Johnson standing back inside the Hawk 30, near the 28-yard line, waiting on the punt for Hildreth. We are 4 seconds on the play clock now. And they get it snapped, high snap, but he is able to get the punt off, and it's going to go toward the sideline and roll out of bounds. So a short punt, and the Hawks will take over first down and 10 with relatively short field position. It'll be out near the 36-yard line or so.
Yeah, Hildreth rarely comes off the field, but maybe a couple of plays early after a drive of theirs. He's actually like third or fourth on the team with tackles. He's got 44, 31 of those solo tackles, and has 2 interceptions. So his conditioning is definitely there to play probably about 90% of the ball game tonight.
Get out there and be a big part of what they do. He is a senior, and yeah, they have him listed as a strong safety and a strong back. They don't even have him on here as a quarterback. Akari Johnson and company now back in business. One receiver splits each side. They have a man in motion. And they hand it off to Roland Ritchie. Ritchie looking for some room around the right side. Will be dropped after about a 6-yard gain. Adrian Nichols making the tackle for the Panthers. It'll be 2nd down and 4 to go. Hawks quickly now back to the line, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side, single back. Handoff goes to the single back. It is Nick Bells. Bells weaves his way up for the first down. Gets it near midfield to the 48-yard line. First down and 10 for the Hawks at the 48.
It looks like Jesse Troy was there for the stop for North Lamar.
Hawks set up right near midfield. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. Fake the handoff. It's complete out here to Jackson Gibson. Gibson trying to get into the middle of the formation. He'll be bottled up after a short gain. Tried to get the little tunnel screen set up, and the Panthers read it pretty well. Jackson didn't have anywhere to go. Picks up a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Corey Faust, the defensive line, just stayed there in his lane and was able to tackle Gibson there for just a short gain there.
Hawks now back to the line, 2 left, 1 right. Hand the ball off this time to Jalen Boardley. Once again, the ball comes out. We'll see who has it. Looks like the Hawks got back on. There's a flag on the play as well, but the ball does come out.
Also a flag on the play.
I think JoJo Bailey was able to recover that. Temporarily, it's Hawk ball at the 44-yard line, and we'll see what the call is here. It's going to be against North Lamar. They're asking the coaches what they want to do. A personal foul. Shot block against North Lamar.
Personal foul called against.
Don't see that too many times on the defensive side. 15-yard penalty will make it a 1st and 10 for Pleasant Grove.
Maybe a cut.
Moves the chains, brings up a 1st down for Pleasant Grove.
4:28 left in the first quarter of this ball game with the Hawks up by a score. Second offensive drive for Pleasant Grove underway right now. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right side. Boardley still in at tailback. Kari Johnson hands to Boardley. No, Kari's going to keep it and just follow Boardley. He's going to be bottled up and actually lose a yard on the play. That one
Johnson on the keeper, no gain on the play.
read well by the Panthers. Nichols on the tackle once again for North Lamar.
Yeah, he's got 30 solo tackles for the season, and that one makes 31. Moves his total to 43 tackles so far in this season.
Hawks behind the chains now, 2nd down and 11 as they come out of the huddle here at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers to each side now as they send the H-back Landon West out to the left as well. Akari wants to throw, steps up into the pocket. There's good coverage down the field. Going to be a holding penalty on the play. Akari rolling right, fires it out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there by the North Lamar Panther defense, just not allowing Akari to find an open receiver. And
I think they're going to get a holding call on Caden Allen there, but he was sitting there trying to hold the block for a good 10, 11 seconds, it seems like, and so.
That may be asking a little much.
Yeah, kind of goes a long way there. And so the 10-yard penalty will back the Hawks up to the 40-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 20 to go now.
Holding called against the Hawks.
Kari has 17 touchdowns on the year, just over 1,500 yards. This time he hands the ball off to Jalen Boardley. Boardley once again spins off of a tackler at the 25. He'll be brought down from behind there.
Jalen Boardley with the big game.
Gets it to the 24. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go now. So he got 15 of the 20 yards back. Wilkins makes the tackle. And the Hawks are going to use tempo here and get quickly back to the line.
You got to think this is 2-down territory.
Akari pitches it out to Boardley. Boardley trying to come left. Makes a man miss at the 15. Cuts it back inside at the 5, and he's in. Touchdown! Jalen Boardley from 24 yards away. And just makes a beautiful move at the 10 and another cutback at the 5.
With
Sometimes he uses power. That time he uses finesse.
When and sometimes that power allows that finesse because they don't want that power.
Start backing up just a little bit when number 8 is coming towards you. Caleb Jones set to kick. It is up. It is good. 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pleasant Grove 14, North Lamar 0. We're going to take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. Folks, we are back. 2:56 remaining in the opening quarter. Pleasant Grove scores on their first 2 offensive drives and lead 14-0 over the North Lamar Panthers, the visiting North Lamar Panthers, but technically the home team on your schedule. Caleb Jones with the ball teed up. High end over end kick. And it'll be fair caught inside the 10-yard line by Anthony Gordon, so it'll come out to the 25, and that's where North Lamar will set up shop. First down and 10. They found a little bit of space with Blake Hildreth, but so far tonight, this Hawk defense doing a good job of remaining disciplined and able to stop the ball carriers from North Lamar from gaining too much ground.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove defense really looking good, especially that defensive line just really, really limiting what holes are available for Hildreth to try to pick through.
So the Panthers bring it back out on the field, spread some receivers out, 2 on the right side, 1 to the left side. Single back in the backfield is Widener. They fake to him. Hildreth is going to keep it in the middle. Now he finds some room. Gets into the second level of the Hawks, and he's up across the 40. Down near the 42-yard line, finally brought down by Patton, but not until he gets to the 41. It'll be enough for a first down and 10. So the Hawks bit pretty hard on the fake to Widener, and Hildreth able to get into the second level. 2 receivers to the left now, 1 to the right. You can hear North Lamar playing the Arkansas Razorbacks first down 2.
You can definitely tell why Hildreth is their leading rusher. Just looks good anytime he gets through that first contact from Pleasant Grove.
He's kind of a tall kid. He's kind of deceptively fast as well. He's moving quickly. Doesn't look like his legs are moving too fast, but he's covering some ground with those strides. And now we're going to have a delay of game. So they flirted with the play clock quite a few times tonight. And the delay of game penalty here will back them up now 5 yards to the 36-yard line. First down and 15.
Yeah, and with this slot T offense, mistakes like that can definitely get you in a bind whenever you get those 5-yard little dings to back it up some.
Hildreth fakes to the tailback. He's going to keep it. He squirted out of the middle of that somehow. There was a scrum of people. He's tripped up by Lance Jackson from behind, but what looked like a loss of a couple of plays gets him all the way up into the second level. Jaden Scales cleans it up on the end there. Positive yardage, though, for Hildreth, and it's second down and 7 to go now.
Yeah, just patience before that hole developed, and boy, you said it. He basically just shot through there.
I thought he was dead to rights back there in the back, and it's another thing that makes this a dangerous offense, just a scrum there, and all of a sudden if a guy can get past an arm tackle, he can get into the second level. 5 on the play clock now as they get the snap. Hildreth wants to throw for the first time, firing down the middle, and has a man wide open, and it is caught. He hits Jackson Hoskins in stride, and nobody is going to get him. Touchdown. We talked about not many passes on the year, but when he does, he's good. And that time, Hoskins got behind the defense, turned on the Jets there at the end, and we've got a 1-score ball game.
Yeah, that makes his 9th TD through the air, and just impressive. Just waiting until that that opportunity opens itself up. May have been looking in the backfield a little bit longer, that extra step.
Yeah, you get a mismatch there with the receiver against a linebacker, and the linebacker has to be so involved in those running plays that, like you say, one little half-second glance too long, and now we're going for 2 here down near the end zone. Hildreth looks to pitch it to somebody, and there is nobody there. He's going to be bottled up in the backfield. The 2-point conversion is no good. 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pleasant Grove 14, North Lamar 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorauto.com.
Now North Lamar set to kick off here after the touchdown pass from Hildreth to Hoskins. Makes it a one-score game. And who else to handle the kickoff duties, Jay?
A little onside kick here.
Bounces into the air. The Hawks have it. That's big number 56, Cade Martin.
I think they're calling him possibly stepping out at the 49-yard line.
So he recovered it. The big man.
I don't know if we've got replay going for us tonight, but it'd be interesting to see if maybe that foot did stay in
replay
bounds.
over here, but they were close to it there, so we'll give the referees the benefit of the doubt on that one. But the crowd certainly thought it was a touchdown. Good effort there, though, by Cade Martin.
The coaches are still calling for a touchdown. I'm just wondering if the ref thought that he could not advance the ball.
Yeah, maybe they blew the whistle early when they shouldn't have. I did hear a whistle, and so we'll see, and they're going to sit there and talk about it. Coach Epstein says it's a touchdown. We're going to see, and yeah, and that may have been it, Jay. They may have blown this whistle because I think if the side judge had him out of bounds, he would have been talking about that. All right, so Coach, he's trying to explain something to Coach Gibson, and the gestures from the white hat are sort of the
my bad, maybe?
Hey, we realized we messed this up, but there was a whistle. So let's see what we're going to do here.
Well, Jalen Borley probably doesn't have a problem with that, because that means he's probably going to get to touch the ball a few more times.
So it's Pleasant Grove ball. We get the ball regardless. The onside kick attempt, the Hawks read it well and get it to Kari Johnson and company now in business. First down and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Panthers. And they hand the ball off, this time to Nick Bells. And Bells picks up a first down. Just a little bouncing run down there, brought down by Nichols. And the Hawks quickly back to the line, and now didn't get everybody set before we got that one kicked off to be a 5-yard penalty. Tried to use some tempo, but maybe use a little bit too much tempo for ourselves. It'll be first down and 15 back to the 40-yard line. Now, Jalen scored a couple of times from in this area, so see if maybe Nick Bells gets an opportunity for that. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left side. The handoff does go to Bells. He's looking for a block. Big Darrell Smith Jr. out there helping to pave the way. Bells picks up 7 of the 15 that we need. Second down and 8 to go now.
Yeah, he was brought down by their leading tackler, Cody Stevens, has 83 total tackles so far for the season.
Bordley coming in now to give Bells a breather. 2 receivers left, 1 right again for Akari Johnson. And the ball off to Bordley. Bordley, following blockers, gets into the second level. He'll have enough to move the sticks down to the 25-yard line. He needed 8. He got 8, and that's the way the first quarter ends. Your score at the end of 1. Pleasant Grove 14, North Lamar 6. We'll take a break and be back for the second quarter. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, folks, welcome back here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Hawks on offense. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Akari Johnson throws it across the middle to Jackson Gibson. He makes a move at the 5, and he is in. Touchdown! Hawks, Jackson Gibson from Akari Johnson from 25 yards away.
And that is his 8th TD of the year. Jackson Gibson getting in the end zone. He wants to keep that one touchdown per game, I guess. Still needs to get one more.
One more tonight to keep that average there. Waiting on the extra point now from Caleb Jones. His kick is up, and it is good. 21-6 in favor of the Hawks. 11:52 here in the first half. We're going to stay here with it. You can see a little bit of rain coming down. Looks like we may have a chance at things in a little bit. The Rangers leading the World Series 2-0 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. So we've got to be rooting for the home team there. So your matchups in the rest of the district tonight. Gilmer playing Spring Hill. They're just starting that game with a 7:30 start there. Liberty Ilo playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. Carthage and Van playing for the state championship over in their district. And we'll talk about some of those potential district games and those matchups that are coming up. We do match up against District 8 in the first round of the playoffs. And so tonight you got a Carthage Van game, Ruskin, Brownsboro, Center, and Bullard. That thing in a 4-way tie for 4th place, and the Hawks, as district champions, would play 4th place. And so you've got Bullard, Brownsboro, Rusk, and Canton all fighting that out, and that thing may come down to next week before we know who we're playing in the first round. And so next week we'll have a lot more clarity on how that potentially shakes out. Hawks set to kick off once again now. From the number 26, Caleb Jones. Deep kick by Jones all the way back to the 2, and the return man for the Panthers, they're going to say he is down at the 1. So he tried to scoop that ball up, and his knee hit the ground. And so North Lamar, kind of just a mental bobble there by the deep man. And when he bent down to pick the ball up, his knee was on the ground. So they will be backed up all the way in the shadow of their own goal line. 1st and 10 at their own 1. And so we'll see if the Hawk defense pins their ears back a little bit and maybe sends something after this.
Yeah, unless you're holding for a PAT or a field goal, your knee better not hit the ground if you're holding the ball.
11:50 remaining in the first half. The Hawks leading it here by 2 scores. Hildreth and company for North Lamar coming out tight formation. Standing inside their own end zone waiting on this drive to get started. Moves a man in motion from left to right.
Landon West showing pressure.
Hands the ball off to Widener. He dives forward, might have picked up a yard on the play. Ran into the center of that Hawk defense. You see big number 36, B.J. Rochelle coming out. His helmet came off. Landon West did come up, put a stick on the ball carrier. Wooten getting credit for the tackle there. 2nd down and 10 now.
Yeah, Jalen Foster in to take B.J. Rochelle's spot for this play. He is just a sophomore, already with 16 tackles this season.
Had some good times when he got out there and made the most out of his opportunities out there on the field. Again, Hildreth under center. This time he's going to keep it, trying to come around the right side, and the Hawks again get to him quickly. There is a flag on the play. It'll be an offsides against the Hawks. So the hard count gets someone on the left side of that formation to cross early, and so it'll be a free 5 yards and give North Lamar a little bit of breathing room here on 2nd down. It'll make it 2nd down and short.
Well, Landon West did a great job there letting the blocker go by him and there to keep Hildreth to a short gain.
Penalty moves the ball up to the 7-yard line. They need the 11 for a 1st down. And again, once again, somebody in the middle of that Hawk defense jumping across. That time they make contact, and so, no, they're going to call this one as a false start. So somebody on North Lamar's side moved a little bit early. So we're going to trade 5-yard penalties and go back and forth. They confused everybody, including the down marker and me.
Hildreth has done a pretty good job tonight keeping the Hawks on their toes.
So we're back to 2nd down and 7 as we exchange 5-yard penalties. Come up with a whole bunch of nothing. Hildreth with the late pitch coming left. That's Tillery.
Ball's on the
ground.
ground.
Left side, the ball comes out, and we'll see who has it.
Landon West.
Landon West gets on it. It's Pleasant Grove football. Big play by the Hawk defense to set Pleasant Grove up inside the 20-yard line, and so the big kick by Caleb Jones on the kickoff pins North Lamar back deep. And now the fumble. Pleasant Grove has it 1st down and 10 in their best field position of the evening at the North Lamar 17-yard line. 10 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half of the ball game as we change possession. Akari Johnson comes out with 2 receivers split to each side. He wants to throw, firing to the right side, incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Roland Ritchie. Ball was a little bit too high, but you got 2 hands on it there.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon there for the defensive play, but with that ball being over his head, wasn't able to make a difference in the play since it was going to be incomplete regardless.
2nd down and 10. The Hawks will come out of the huddle. Jalen Bordley is at tailback. Roland Ritchie. Jackson Gibson to the left side. Akari wants to throw, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's incomplete. Floated a little bit too much. Jackson Gibson was wide open, and Akari just didn't get his feet planted firmly and got a little too much air under the ball, but man, Gibson did a good job to hustle to get under that thing just off of his fingertips. It's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Akari just a little too much air under there, but I'm assuming he will definitely go back to Gibson before the game's over.
Beautiful play design that time. Got the defense switched up there in the secondary. Akari wants to throw now. Fakes the handoff, looking to fire. Shot. Caught. Jackson Gibson.
Very
Akari
smart.
put enough sauce on that one. Jackson had no way of missing it.
Well, very smart play by Jackson. He finished his route and then saw Akari scrambling and broke for the sideline and was able to get that 1st down for the Hawks.
1st and goal, PG at the 6-yard line now. Hand off to Bordley. No, Akari's going to keep it out. Caleb Hackelman Stamen back to help him fight off would-be tacklers. The ball is complete to Roland Ritchie, but he is out of bounds. That was just good coverage by North Lamar down there. Akari may have been better served to see what he could keep up with. And you see big Caleb Hackelman came out there just standing in front of his quarterback waiting to respond to whoever may have gotten his face. Second down and goal now from the 6.
Yeah, Caleb and Smith have done a great job the last few games, basically rolling out with Akari to give him a little more protection as he tries to find that open hawk downfield.
10 minutes and 5 seconds remain in this first half of the ball game with your Hawks up 21-6 here at home. Ritchie and Gibson are over on the left side. Jabry and Baltimore, the receiver to the right side. Jalen Bordley, the tailback, he gets the handoff, and he's going to follow Hackelman into the end zone. Touchdown. Hawks. Jalen Bordley goes untouched. And there was a hole big enough there that you and I could have walked in arm in arm, Jay.
That's a big hole.
That's a big hole and also a strange visual. So
that would be a strange visual.
Waiting on the extra point now from Caleb Jones.
So Bordley making up for a little time that he missed last week.
Absolutely. Jones's kick is up. It is good. 10 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half. Pleasant Grove 28, North Lamar 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
Welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. The Hawks lead at 28-6 after the Jalen Bordley 7-yard touchdown dive stretches this Hawk lead to 3 scores here in the opening minutes of the second quarter.
And that was the 4th time that we've seen the flag runners run across the end zone, and it looks like they're ready to deer hunt tomorrow.
Yeah, they camo day here at the high school. So these guys are. Tomorrow, youth hunt does open in Texas. If they're 16 or under, they are eligible. End over end kick, and it bounces out of the hands of the would-be return man. He's wearing number 21. He's not on the roster for North Lamar. Man, he might have been good to let that thing go out of town.
Yeah, a couple of special teams mishaps so far tonight for North Lamar. High snap on the punt, caused a short punt, and then 2 receiving mistakes.
Sent them back to the 12-yard line. The kick out of bounds would have brought them out to the 35, and so like you say, they're back there again. Their last drive stopped with a fumble and a recovery by Landon West for the Hawks to set up Pleasant Grove in a short field. Now Hildreth and company coming back 1st and 10 on their own 12. They do have a receiver split wide to each side. Everybody else is in tight. Hildreth wants to keep it. He's going to dive forward up across the 20-yard line. He does a good job to get to that second level of Pleasant Grove. Jaden Scales coming up to make the tackle, but it's a 10-yard pickup on first down. It'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Hildreth just patient while that open spot develops for him.
And like you said, I mean, you look at that play, it doesn't look like a lot happened. All of a sudden, he's 10 yards down the field. And 2006, Liberty Islo played a Waco Robinson team that had a quarterback that was like that. And it just seemed like if he decided to run the ball, he was going to get 5 yards at least every time. Impressed so far with Hildreth out here. He drops back. He wants to throw. Has some men in his face, though, and he's going to be bottled up in the backfield. PG doing a good job of keeping him from anything, and that's big B.J. Rochelle out there in the middle of that play.
Yeah, good awareness by the Pleasant Grove defensive backfield in keeping those receivers covered. Hildreth just didn't have anywhere to go with it, so had to tuck it and just had nowhere to go once that defensive line started giving pressure.
That backs the Panthers up to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 13 to go now. They got 2 receivers on one side, 1 receiver out to the left. Hildreth. Late pitch out. The ball's on the ground, and it looks like the ball carrier got back on it, though. That's Jackson Hoskins. He caught the pass earlier. That was a dangerous play, a really late pitch. And they're fortunate to get back on that. It backs them all the way up to the 15-yard line, though, and we're at 3rd down and 18 to go.
Yeah, outside of the times that Hildreth touches the ball, they're just really struggling getting any positive yards.
Landon West was in the backfield in the middle of that play as well. He saw a second fumble recovery in his eyes. And Hoskins able to get on it just before West was able to. He's credited instead with the tackle for loss, and it's 3rd down and 17. Play clock rolling inside of 20 seconds now as they look over to the sideline. They've had 1 delay of game penalty so far, trying to get the play call in over here. And the game clock rolling inside of 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
And typically these slot T offenses do want to use as much of the clock as possible.
Little gut draw handoff this time to Widener. And I'm telling you, the middle of that Hawk defensive line is just bottling them up. Eddie Tank closing them in. And you'll see Tank there filling in. He fills in the middle of the defensive line. He also fills in the middle of the bass drum line. You'll see him out there during halftime playing that. And one of those kids here at Pleasant Grove who's multi-talented, involved in a variety of things, a member of the Pride in Motion band, and helps anchor the drum line out there on the field. 4th down now for North Lamar. He makes sure he's got 12 people back there, 4th and 17. And Roland Ritchie is standing back to return this punt for the Hawks, standing just inside Pleasant Grove territory, and he's going to get out of the way as that ball shanks and goes out of bounds. And PG will start in plus yardage once again at the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10, Pleasant Grove at the 46. Turnover on downs, and the Hawks will start this drive with 6 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first half of the ball game, leading at 28-6 here at home.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove continues to get good field position whenever they do start with the ball tonight. And we talked about, North Lamar needing offensive efficiency, and that's all that we've seen from Pleasant Grove tonight. They have scored every time that they've touched the ball. And that is a dangerous proposition for anybody facing Pleasant Grove if they're going to allow that.
Nick Bells gets the tote around the left side for the Hawks. He's going to be down all the way inside the North Lamar 25-yard line. Excuse me, 35-yard line down to the 34. Yeah, Widener makes the tackle, but it's 1st and 10 Hawks.
Yeah, Nick Bells came in averaging 8.6 and is just getting better and better tonight.
Akari wants to throw. Jackson Gibson catches it at the 25-yard line. Gibson rolling out to the right, and he's going to be tripped up. Man, he had a lot of green grass in front of him. And that's just a good play there by number 23. Not on the roster here for North Lamar.
Yeah, Caden Wilson making the stop. Just a sophomore for North Lamar. Good shoestring tackle there.
I think Jackson Gibson thought he may have had another score in his eyes. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Jace Elrod out here on the right side. Nick Bells gets the carry. No, that's Jalen Bordley. Bordley at the 10, 5, and Jalen Bordley does it again. 20 yards away. Jalen Bordley is the man on a mission tonight. And it's another score for the senior tailback in the Hawks.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove may have another Ford player of the game if Bordley can continue this into the second half.
Absolutely, yeah. He has had one heck of an opening to this ball game. Caleb Jones set to kick once again for the Hawks. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it is good. 5:45 remaining in the first half. Pleasant Grove 35, North Lamar 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
are back here as Ty Boozer gets to set to kick off. Excuse me, I did it again. Read the name below. Caleb Jones set to kick off for the Hawks. 5:45 remaining in the first half of this ball game. High booming kick, and it's going to go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And so the Panthers will start at their own 25-yard line. Jalen Bordley's 20-yard touchdown, his fourth on the night, that ties him with Melvin Gray, Josh Roberts, and our own coach T.J. Cole for 4. The record for Pleasant Grove, Melvin Gray versus Mount Vernon in 2010. And so one touchdown away is Bordley from tying the record. If he gets 2 more tonight, he will be atop the record book by himself. His previous high game, he had one earlier this year, 3 versus Gilmer, and 3 touchdown games in 2021. The Panthers come out first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Hildreth and company kind of behind the 8 ball here, down 35-6 in the first half of this one. Quarterback keeper around the right side, and he is not going to get anywhere. Landon West is coming into the middle of that, bringing him down from behind, wrecking havoc there, and then cutting him down underneath from the front is B.J. Rochelle. And that Hawk defense doing a good job of getting back there into the backfield.
Yeah, I can't decide which one I would want to go against, whether it's B.J. Rochelle or Eddie Tank or Foster.
Yeah,
they've all 3 done a great job tonight in the middle of that Hawk defense.
They've all caused some problems. Hildreth, late pitch out to the right side. That's Anthony Gordon. But again, the Hawks doing a good job of getting out there. Terrell Patton making the tackle after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down and 9 to go.
Yeah, as a cornerback, when you play a team like this, you keep watching it go down the middle, and all of a sudden that pitch comes out there. Pleasant Grove doing a good job staying at home and keeping that pitch man covered.
Yeah, you got to play disciplined football, and North Lamar not finding much success in the middle, so they're trying to get outside, see if they can get something around the corners. So far, the Hawks being able to stymie those efforts. Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes and 15 seconds now as the Panthers get the call from the sideline. Hildreth fakes the handoff, and he tries to come left, and he is not going to go anywhere, and Jamon Wheeler adds to his tackles for loss on the season as he meets the quarterback back before he could even get the ball handed off back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a few on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down, and once again, North Lamar will be set to punt.
Yeah, Jalen Bordley tried to go out there to return this punt, but coach pulled it back onto the sideline.
Roland Ritchie instead will be doing the fielding duties, standing near the Hawk 40-yard line, waiting on the kick. This one a high booming kick, again going to the right side. It will bounce and take a Pleasant Grove roll up to about the 45-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will have it first down and 10. 55 yards away from pay dirt. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the first half.
Pleasant Grove offense going to have a chance to score once again, already putting 35 points up on the board in this first half.
Bordley gets the handoff once again for the Hawks. Jalen Bordley will get inside North Lamar territory, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Before he's brought down by 18,
First down and 10.
Ryder Stout there for the stop, but not after a Pleasant Grove Hawk first down, taking it under 3 minutes in this second quarter.
remaining in the first half.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side for Akari Johnson. Fakes the handoff to Bordley. He wants to throw. It's caught Jackson Gibson will be down near the 30. They try to strip the ball away. Gibson picks up 8 yards on the play, and there's several flags. Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Hawks. Several pieces of laundry there. Nope, ineligible man downfield by the Hawks, and so somebody either got their wires crossed and thought we were running or got a little overzealous in the passing game there, and the ineligible receiver will take us back to the line of scrimmage, back it up, and we'll do first down all over again.
Well, the deeper routes were covered fairly well by North Lamar, but Jackson was coming across shorter route, but all for naught due to the penalty.
Bordley is the tailback. He's lined up to the right of Akari Johnson in the backfield with 2 receivers on the right side, 1 left. The handoff goes to Bordley. Jalen Bordley looking for some room in the middle. He gets the penalty yardage back and a little more back down to the 35-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 8 to go.
He's brought down by 4, Adrian Nichols.
Nichols on the stop for North Lamar.
Second down, Grove.
This play will take it under the 2-minute mark.
Same formation. Fake the handoff to Bordley. Firing down. Jackson Gibson is wide open and it's incomplete. Just over his head, and Corey may have just put a little bit too much on that.
Third down.
Jackson Gibson had done a great job to get behind the defense. Nobody was with him, and that's the second time he's been wide open tonight, and he and Akari just unable to connect with each other. That stops the clock with 1:59 here on third down. Little zoom sweep going to the left for Justin Castile. North Lamar reads that one well, and it'll be a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Pleasant Grove. And
defensive play was made by number 20.
Hawks are going to keep the offense out here on the North Lamar side of the field at the 37-yard line. 4th down and 10, Pleasant Grove. From 37 yards away, Jalen Bordley is the tailback. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 on the left with the H-back to the left. Akari Johnson is going to keep it, picks up a block. Akari Johnson has enough at the 20, bounces outside at the 10, breaks the tackle at the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Akari Johnson. And he flexes the muscle as he runs in, and he uses the strength of his legs and his speed.
Touchdown, Hawks.
Spreads this Hawk lead with 1:15 left in the first half.
Yeah, that's his 11th for the year. I think he just thought that Jalen was getting too close, so he decided to just keep that himself. Great run there by Akari Johnson.
Waiting on the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 1:15
Point after is good.
in the first half. Hawks 42.
15 remaining in the first half.
Panthers 6. We're going to stay here with it.
North Lamar 6.
Give you some other scores around the area here. Hooks Hornets, my alma mater, up against DeKalb 32-12. That a big game over there in the western part of the county, and I think the Hooks Hornets are just on a mission this year. Carthage up early in their district championship matchup, or the district leading matchup, rather, I should say, against Day and Van. 7-0, 1:27 left in the first quarter of that one. Texas High traveling down to White House tonight. They lead 3-0 early. Spring Hill is up 7-3 over Gilmer. 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter of that one. And Liberty Ilo leading Pittsburgh 7-0. I really think Liberty Ilo is going to be able to beat Pittsburgh tonight, and that's going to set up a big matchup between them and North Lamar next Friday to really try to line out the bottom half of this district matchup here.
And Liberty Ilo's got the athletes.
Yeah.
That first round, don't sleep on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Caleb Jones set to kick off here. 1st and 10 from the 40. High end over end kick fielded at the 5-yard line. Fair catch there. North Lamar will start on their own 25. If I can for just a second, Jay, here, I want to say just a special thing today. We had the funeral services for my grandmother, my Grandma Ruth Park, and I've done radio and now this game day thing for the last, 10, 15 years or so. And every Friday night, she always knew where I was going. When I'd leave the game coming home, she'd shoot me a text message. She always knew who we were playing. And, of course, a big Leopard fan for years, and we migrated over here, and she became a big Hawk fan and kept up with everybody. And passed away earlier this week, and so just always a special thing. Friday night always makes me think about her, and so Graham, love you, miss you, and glad that you're feeling better and whole now. North Lamar back out here. Hildreth, quarterback keeper, coming around the left side. He's going to get it up to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards on first down. Second down and 6 to go. And he's going to spread some receivers out. And he may try to throw the ball here, Jay, as we get inside of 55 seconds remaining in this first half. They're going to have to do something to try to score here to go down the field. And so interested to see how at home this Hawks secondary can stay.
Looks like they are going to take the full play clock here.
Still going to. Maybe they're content to go into halftime like this. Hand the ball off once again to Widener, and he is not going to get anywhere. Jace Elrod making the tackle on Lance Jackson. Big defensive end, picked up another offer this week. And it will be third down now.
I think, Penn State?
Yeah, Penn State.
Saw?
Nittany Lions. I don't know why you can't just say Mountain Lion, other than Yankees do funny things. I don't know. There are just about 2 seconds more on the game clock than the play clock here as it rolls inside of 10 seconds left in the first half. And Hildreth wants to throw. Instead, he's going to pull it down and be brought down from behind, and that is the way the first half is going to end. Your score after 2, Pleasant Grove 42, North Lamar 6. We're going to let this go. Okay, I didn't know what the referees were doing.
Well,
so we're going to go to halftime.
Well, before we take a quick halftime break, I'll give a shout out to Megan Wisdom, who is appreciating our banter.
Awesome.
And glad that they were able to catch the game on the stream tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening, and glad you can see that. I'll tell you what, we are going to bring you halftime tonight. This North Lamar band, they finished in the top of the area competition last week. They're heading down to San Antonio next week. Pleasant Grove, I told you last week, 5 bands make it down to state. The Hawks actually tied for 4th with 2 other bands. And then it goes to a tie-break system. And in that tie-break system, we actually end up with the short end of the stick. And so 3rd out of that tie-break. And so we end up in the 6th spot there. Just 1 away from going to state. So just literally as close as you can get without going any further. But here is the North Lamar Panther Band making their way out here to perform tonight. So we will bring you halftime, and we will be back for the second half of this one in probably 40 minutes or so. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Representation of mysterious and mythical Greek characters as the band performs 4 movements: Apollo, Poseidon, Aphrodite, and October. And now, here they are, the pride of Lamar County, the North Lamar Panther Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Lamar Panther Band and the Blue Diamond. The band is directed by Austin Snow, Ryan Sheffield, and Elisa Tolliston. Color Guard directed by Joni Miller and Emily Perez. Middle school directors are Zachary Williams and Megan Bissell. The North Lamar Band recognizes the outstanding support of the Band Booster Club. Thank you. We want to wish the Panther Band great success as they travel to the state marching contest in San Antonio on Tuesday. Good luck, band. Thank you very much for your kind attention and have a pleasant evening.
The Pleasant Grove Independent School District proudly presents for your continuing halftime entertainment, the award-winning Pleasant Grove Pride in Motion Band. The Pride in Motion Band is led on the field by junior drum majors Deanna Dyer and Owen Braza. Color Guard captains are senior Lissy Pitch and junior Jayla Tank. In Motion Band will be performing their 2023 competition show, Ascension. High School Band. The Pride in Motion Band is under the direction of Jay Sutton, assisted by Jody Digby, Kevin Sykes, Anna Sutton, Kevin Sutton, and Ed Grissom. Featured soloists in tonight's performance include freshman Eldon Braza and senior Lorianne Henschel. Junior Emily Hobbs and trombone quartet Luke Williams, Aaron Evers, Owen Braza, and Philip Lamb. We would like to thank the Pleasant Grove Band Booster Club, School Board, and administration for their continued support of our program. Thanks also to our Pride in Motion Band corporate sponsors, Browning Homes, Hawkins Tree and Landscaping, Discount Wheel and Tire, Bubba Green Towing, Walk-Ons, Red River Wrecker Service, Living Well Chiropractic, Dodge Reynolds and Sales, or Hyundai of Texarkana, or Honda of Texarkana, Texarkana Harley-Davidson, Wright's Auto Body and Glass, Monjuni's Italian Cafe and Grocery, Ledwell, Twin City Collision, Next Home Realty Advisors, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, Garrett Sporting Goods and Guns, and Rocky Creek Outfitters. Go Hawks!
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
Folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. Both teams have rejoined the field as we get ready to start the second half of action. Pleasant Grove leading 42-6 after a first half that saw 4 touchdown runs by Jalen Bordley, a touchdown pass from Akari Johnson to Jackson Gibson, and a touchdown run by Akari Johnson. Got some scores for us from around our schedule there, Jeff?
Well, I've sort of been looking at the District 8 teams, and you mentioned to me how Carthage and Van are tied at halftime, and then Center is taking care of business over Bullard. And the one game that we do not have scores on that will probably determine who Pleasant Grove picks up in the first round of the playoffs is Rusk and Brownsboro.
Yep, that's going to be it.
Both of them are 1-3, and of course the winner will end up being 2-3, and I believe would probably end up getting that 4th spot. But there's still 2 games left, so I think there may be some implications still next week, but that's sort of how it's lining up for this first round.
Yeah, it looks like it. So if Center gets the win tonight, that'll really put them in the driver's seat for that 3rd spot, probably Bullard out of there, and then, Brownsboro, Rusk, and Canton fighting it out there at the bottom. Pleasant Grove set to receive the kick. Last time North Lamar tried to kick, it was an onside variety that the Hawks recovered, and so we'll see what we do here as we get ready to start the second half. Blake Hildreth, who you can just go ahead and pencil him in for nearly every position on the field, will do the kicking duties. High end over end kick, and the Hawks are going to drop on it right at the 30-yard line, and so that's where we will begin. First down and 10.
And so that you don't have to leave our stream, if you're wanting to know the score of the Major League Baseball game 1, the Arizona Diamondbacks now have the lead at 3-2 over the Rangers in the middle of the third inning.
The Rangers to get us a win there for Texas, it'd be nice. First and 10 now. Pleasant Grove brings it out here at the 30-yard line. And new quarterback in is Walker Wright, the left-handed sophomore, hands the ball off. And Nick Bells has some room around the right side. Nick Bells is going to be across midfield all the way out at the 45-yard line, shoved down there. So the Hawks starting off with some second-level guys here.
Number 70, Jaden Mathis. Number 77, KJ Greer.
Jaden Mathis is out here on the line. He's a sophomore out there at center. KJ Greer is another sophomore out there. So the Hawks trying to get a lot of younger guys some rooms out here. So right at quarterback, he's going to send Roland Ritchie out to his right side, as well as Jace Elrod, a couple of sophomores on that side. Landon West is the H-back. This time the ball goes to Jonah. Who is that running the ball? Number 20. Christian Reitner out there. He's a senior running back. Getting a tote. So he's going to get down inside the 35-yard line at the 34.
Caden Wilson with the defensive play for the Panthers.
Yeah,
Wilson makes the stop, and it's first and 10 Hawks.
Yeah, good to see some the younger players out there being able to get some time in. These are going to be some of the names that we continue to discuss over the next few years.
Absolutely.
Just see what Pleasant Grove has to put on the field next year.
Jace Elrod in at one of the receiver positions. He goes out to the left. Now number 15, Jordan Patterson out there. We've talked about him the last couple of weeks. He's had some good totes at the end of ball games. And now Patterson here with room in the third quarter, and Jordan Patterson bounces it outside at the 25. There is a flag on the play, but Patterson is in. He goes all the way in for the score, but there is a flag here. It looks like it's in the area of a false start. It's going to be an illegal shift against the Hawks, and so that'll move them back 5 yards. But a good explosive run around the left side there by Jordan Patterson.
Well, and I think Patterson is going to be one of those running backs that sort of been circled for the future for Pleasant Grove. So he looked good.
You see him run off the field there, give a big high five, and talk to Coach T.J. Cole. T.J., of course, in that record book that we talked about earlier, but went down to Ouachita, did some great things there, and, man, he is just a positive force with those kids out here. I love watching him interact with our students there and him leading our running back core. I think you can really see some productivity there from the running backs. We got a bunch of cats out there that can run the ball, and I think Coach Cole has been instrumental in getting them ready for games each week. Pleasant Grove now first down and 15 out to the 39-yard line. Two receivers out to the left side, one to the right side. Landon West is the H-back. Everybody moves up here. This time the handoff goes to number 23, Brody Watts. Big shot at the end of that play as he lowers his shoulder, running with some power there is Watts. He's going to get it down to the 30-yard line, and it's going to be second down and 6.
Well, he was just moved up this week from the JV squad, and that is exactly why he was moved up from the JV squad.
We talked about not wanting to meet number 8 in the hole. May not want to meet number 23 either. Second down and 6 to go. 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Hawks coming out and eating up some clock here with this drive, keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, Bordley, one of the Hawks congratulating Watts as he did come off the field.
Justin Castile now in the formation wide to the right side. Walker Wright wants to throw, firing, it's caught. Slot receiver is Jace Elrod. He gets it down to the 26-yard line. He'll be a couple of yards shy of first down, but Walker Wright with a little pass out there.
Cody Stevens there for the stop. Takes us under 7 minutes and 30 seconds in this third quarter.
Third down for the Grove.
Third down and 2 as the Hawks huddle up and wait for the call from the sideline. Coach is trying to let as much time burn off the play clock and game clock as possible. 14 seconds as we break the huddle. The Hawks will send Jabry and Baltimore and Landon West out to the left. Reitner is the tailback. Ball is pitched out here to the left side. That's Justin Castile. He jumps up and pulls it down, and then Castile, with a couple little nifty moves to get it down inside the 15 to the 13. Wright's pass was a little bit high, and Castile showing off the hops there. He must be a basketball player as well. If he's not, Coach Colvins may want to write that name down and go talk to him on Monday.
Well, and the drawback is he's not going to be basketball shape because Pleasant Grove should play a few weeks into December.
Get on down there just a little bit. First down and 10 now, Pleasant Grove. Out to the 13-yard line. Two receivers split to each side for Walker Wright. Now the tailback is Jordan Patterson. Look over to confirm the call with the coaches. We're at 5 seconds on the play clock now, 6:12 on the game clock and running. Man in motion is Ritchie. They hand it off to Roland Ritchie trying to go left. That zoom sweep, we've run it a few times, haven't seen it really get a whole lot of traction. I feel like one of those has to break at some point. That time, a couple of Panthers there waiting for Roland Ritchie. He came around the left side, lost a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 11 to go.
And that may be the trick. They've stopped it running it on the left side every time, so maybe we could run it to the right side and have a little better luck. You know, good to see this squad of offensive players, you know, advancing the ball and getting it down the field, though.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them getting it in this whole second half of the game and kind of get some rhythm underneath them, see what they can do. Brody Watts with a carry into the middle. Shifts his feet and is going to dive forward down to the 10-yard line. Kind of hit right near the line of scrimmage. Did a good job to keep his momentum going forward. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be third down and 6. Now Ty Boozer coming in to the H-back position to give Landon West a breather.
You've got to assume Pleasant Grove's in 2-down territory just in case they don't have enough for the first down.
Yeah, they may give Caleb Jones a chance down here as well, too. I'd like to see maybe what his leg can do. But, yeah, I think you may be more apt to run this ball. Nick Bell's back in now at tailback. Kind of a known commodity there. Nick Bell's bouncing it outside, trips over his own man, but then lowers his shoulder and dives forward. Nick Bell's is going to be in. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove Hawks. And Nick Bell shows just a little bit of that varsity experience that he has all year long. A good patient run, turned on the jets there as he punched through the hole and then drove with his legs. Got a little help from his friends and got in for the score.
Yeah, just good tough running there by Nick and utilizing all the skills that he has to advance it into the end zone.
Now we wait on the Caleb Jones extra point, and that offensive drive took 7.5 minutes off the game clock. 4:31 left in this, waiting on the kick. That kick is up and good. 4.5 minutes in the third. Pleasant Grove leading it 50-6, 49-6. Yeah, they jumped that one ahead. We will take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
31 seconds
They added the extra.
Merry Christmas.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove, 49-6 in favor of your hometown Hawks. 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Caleb Jones with the ball teed up. High end over end kick. Bounces at the 5-yard line. And it is, they say it got over the goal line. It did. It will be a touchback. And boy, that was about as close as you can get. So we'll go out to the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for the Hawks. It's not the Hawks, for the Panthers, rather.
For the Hawks, number 14, Jamarian Richardson. Number 51, Jackson Byrne.
Got some defensive guys coming out here. KJ Greer is out there. Jonah Dempsey out there at linebacker.
Number 44, Jalen Foster.
Jackson Byrne is out there as well. Back at the safety position, we've got Jordan Patterson. Jackson Byrne playing defensive tackle. Blake Hildreth and company for North Lamar set up at their own 25-yard line. Head up on a little gut draw to Widener. He's going to be bottled up after a 1-yard gain. Hawk defensive line picking up where the starters left off. Jalen Foster making the tackle there. That's a sophomore out there playing defensive tackle. He's standing next to big KJ Greer as they bottle up the middle of that line.
Yeah, Brody Watts getting a little time in there as linebacker as well.
Jonah Dempsey at the left defensive end.
Yeah, I can see Brody being a very, very good series player as they start getting into the playoffs. Ball was on the ground. Looks like the Hawks may have recovered.
There. Pleasant Grove says they did, and we'll see. And they do. Pleasant Grove gets it, and it is a Pleasant Grove ball. So this Hawks second unit comes in, and Jordan Patterson with a good heads-up play there to give the ball back to the Hawks. He's a junior. And it'll be 1st and 10, Pleasant Grove at the 25-yard line. So good heads-up play there by this second defensive unit for the Hawks, and we'll be inside of 2 minutes left in the third quarter when we get this thing snapped here in just a few minutes.
Well, and you've got to think that Coach Gibson is definitely going to use as much of the clock as he possibly can, because the game is definitely past the point where North Lamar could come back. So you just don't want to run the score up any more than you just have to.
Yeah, and I think these two coaches get along pretty well. 2 receivers to each side. Ball is pitched out. It's caught by Roland Ritchie. There's some room around the right side. He loses the ball. But a good heads-up play by the Hawks there, and Pleasant Grove is back on it.
Pass is complete to Roland Ritchie. There was a fumble on the play.
Good job of following the play there by Jace Elrod, and Ritchie took a pretty good shot there when the ball came out.
Well, and I think.
They say they got it?
Yeah, I think.
Holy cow!
I think Brody was the first Hawk there, but just was not able to keep a hold of the ball.
Well, it looked like I was just seeing it on the screen here. It looked like Elrod might have got up with it, but it is going to be North Lamar ball. So fumbles back to back, and now the Pirates have it back. So must have bounced around a little there. Other games in our district. Liberty Islo up 21-7 over Pittsburgh. 8 minutes left in the first half of that. Gilmer up 38-7 over Spring Hill. So it looks like Spring Hill will come in here next week, dropping a game this week to Gilmer, unless they come back in the second half of that one. Pirates back under center. Hildreth hands off quickly. Boy, he was hit in the backfield that time. And if he had kept it, Brody Watts would have been in his back pocket. Instead, Jalen Foster making the tackle.
Well, you mentioned Gilmer and Spring Hill. I did a little research, and Gilmer has only missed the top 1 or 2 spots in district one time since 2001, and that was in 2018, and they actually came in 4th. So they're they're answering the call against Spring Hill and wanting to keep that second seed in the district.
2nd down and 9 now for the Panthers. Pitch out to the right side. That's number 3, Jackson. He's going to be dropped for a loss in the backfield. Good pursuit by the Hawks. Jace Elrod out there.
Yeah, Jace Elrod there with a very, very good hit for that tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd down and 11 now, and that's going to be the way the 3rd quarter ends as the time expires on that. Your score after 3, Pleasant Grove 49, North Lamar 6. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back for the final stanza. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, folks, welcome back here as we get ready to start the 4th quarter with the Hawks leading 49-6. North Lamar coming out 3rd down and 11 is Hildreth and company against some of the second unit here for the Hawks. We'll get this 3rd down call here. Hildreth under center. Has a man in motion. Handoff on a little gut draw. Actually, Hildreth is out. They got a backup quarterback in here. That handoff goes to Jackson Hoskins. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down. Do want to remind you about our presenting sponsors. They allow us to bring you Texarkana Game Day right here on Facebook or YouTube each and every week, free of charge to you. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Greg Orr Auto, Rocasa Organics, Reliance Mechanical Contractors, Texas A&M Texarkana, and our scoreboard sponsor, Commercial National Bank. Without these folks, we could not bring you Texarkana Game Day each week, and we certainly appreciate their support. We would appreciate you letting them know how much you like Texarkana Game Day, and they're bringing it to you each and every week.
And it's not too late to jump on. We'd love to have your support.
Hawks getting ready for a playoff run here, and yeah, you can contact Morgan Smith if you're interested in being a sponsor. He'll let you know how you can be a part of Texarkana Game Day. Waiting on the punt now from the Panthers. Little bouncing end over end kick. And Christian Reitner content to let that thing die at the 49-yard line. And so Pleasant Grove will come out 1st down and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Had some positive plays on the last drive, I guess second to last drive.
Right, yeah.
Did put it on the ground, but coming in this 4th quarter, we'd love to see a couple good series out of this 2nd and 3rd team offense out there.
Nice to get and punch something in here as we get in the waning mimics. Hey, like that. I'm just going to make up my own words. Don't worry about it. Waning minutes of this ball game. Hawks will take over here. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line with just about 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. When we get this thing kicked off, 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Walker right, hands the ball off to Reitner. Reitner kind of runs over his own blocker there.
And we don't have a number 34
we don't have
on
a number
my
34.
roster.
No, he's not on mine either.
Christian Reitner is met by number 27, Brandon Barrett.
Barrett gets the tackle. Reitner got 9 yards on the play as he knocked the lead blocker out of the way there. 2nd down and 10 to go. Now Walker Wright and company looking over to the sideline, trying to get the call in. 13 seconds on the play clock as they bring it to the line. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Reitner is the tailback. Walker Wright the quarterback. Reitner gets it, bounces it out to the left side. Reitner down inside the 30. No, that's actually Roland Ritchie running the ball. He gets it inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. First down and 10 Hawks.
We'll get it for next week, but number 34's first name is Noah.
Noah.
I didn't catch the last one.
All right, so Noah out there. Number 34. I want to make sure we say hi to him. And Jay, here's what I appreciate not only about this unit, but the first couple of units. We started the game off, and I'm looking down here, and you see guys like Buck Anderson over on the sideline. You see Noah Sexton. You say, who's going to step up in this game? Who's going to do what they're supposed to do? And I think tonight we've answered some of those calls, and so it's good to see that. And now see a couple of cats down here with headsets on. Landon West has a headset on, and Caden McFadden has a headset on. So maybe they're getting to hear some of what the coaches talk about as well. This handoff goes to Brody Watts. Brody Watts coming around the left side. He's going to hit somebody at the 15, knocked out of bounds near the 10. It'll be first down and goal for the Hawks. Brody Watts running with some power around the left side.
He's just going to be another change of pace back.
Absolutely, yeah. I know. I like the way he runs. He runs with a little bit of violence there.
I mean, you've got a cross between Bordley and Nick Bells.
I agree.
And Brody Watts.
Yeah, kind of almost a McFadden kind of.
Yes.
A little bit of anger with the run there, so you like to see that. But yeah, he. You can tell as he goes and moves into next year, he's going to be a little bit of a problem. Good to see him getting some reps out here. 2 to the right side, 2 on the left side now. Fake the handoff throw. This time it's caught out here by Justin Castile. He tries to turn it upfield. He'll be down near the 6-yard line. Second down and goal as they set up the little wide receiver screen out here. Walker Wright, the quarterback, rolling now inside of 6 minutes and 40 seconds with the clock moving inside the ball game as we get this one wrapped up here at home with the Hawks leading 49-6.
Yeah, the pace of tonight's game has been quick since both teams have put the ball on the ground a lot as far as running the ball. So early night for us, plus we started at 7 rather than 7:30.
Yeah, so trying to get out, and I think that was part of the point, dodging some of the weather, trying to get North Lamar back home at an early time as possible. We might get out here before 9 o'clock, but not until we get a touchdown run here from James Solomon, the sophomore. Running back comes in, and you got running back by committee. And James Solomon, who's the one that gets his name called from 8 yards out, and he dives in for the score.
It's always sweet getting that first varsity touchdown.
It's his first varsity score out there. That's exactly what I was going to say. So great job to him. And now we wait on the extra point. Caleb Jones' kick is up, and it is good. 6 minutes and 4 seconds remain in the game. Pleasant Grove 56, North Lamar 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third-wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
All right, folks, welcome back here as we get the ball ready to kick off. Caleb Jones has it teed up for the Hawks once again after the James Solomon touchdown score. Ball fielded at the 10-yard line by the return man for North Lamar. He's going to have some room around the left side, up across the 30, up across the 40, and shoved out of bounds there. That's Brenton Jackson.
Yeah, the referee watched a hold for about 12 yards before he threw the flag, but it definitely was coming out of his pocket.
Might have got stuck there as he was trying to get it out. So we'll see what comes from it there. Do want to thank Commercial National Bank for being our scoreboard sponsor. If you ever get on Facebook and you don't see the score right when you get on there, wait till the end of a commercial or about 30 seconds or so, and it'll pop back up there. That is brought to you by Commercial National Bank, and you can also always keep up with the score live as we go. 5:41 remaining in the ball game here. The Hawks do lead 56-6.
And it does look like Carthage may have scored at the end of the second half, because it is showing a 14-7 lead over Van.
Right, so they're up by a touchdown as they get ready to go into the second half of that one. Texas High up 17-7 over White House, trying to avenge a loss to them last year at home. Panthers back out on offense, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Ball's on the ground and bounces around for a second, but I think North Lamar is able to pick it back up and lean forward. Adrian Nichols is out there at quarterback, and you know, at the end of the year when they give out some of those superlative awards, North Lamar may not have one of the best records in districts, and you feel like Pleasant Grove will get a lot of those, but man, Blake Hildreth, I don't know if there's an Iron Man award or a Yes and award or something like that, but that young man has really been absolutely vital to North Lamar, and I've been impressed with his heart and the way this team has played. I was down there a couple of weeks ago for a Field of Faith and got to talk to their coach quite a bit, and man, he's really trying to build a culture and a program down there, and I think we're going to see some good things from this North Lamar team coming in the next few years.
And they've got a lot of young players on this team.
Pitch out here to 21. He's not on my roster for them. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, though. Number 53 for the Hawks, Isaiah Wooten, out there to make the tackle. Clock rolling now inside of 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, 21 gladly going off the field. He took his helmet off quick and spending a little time walking away from his teammates there, trying to get the cobwebs out.
Want a little bit of a breather as Isaiah Wooten met him out there at the corner. See 34, Noah, we talked about him earlier. He was playing the H-back. Now he's out here at the left side. And pretty good-sized kid standing out there when you're looking at him, Jay. He's impressive out there at the defensive end.
I'm glad to see him be moved up.
Ball is on the ground again for North Lamar, but once again, Nichols able to pick it up. And you got a different quarterback in there. Maybe some of that exchange can be a little bit funky. There's a flag that comes in. Jalen Foster makes the tackle there. Be a face mask against the Hawks. Somebody got their hand up in the face. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll give North Lamar a first down as we roll inside of 3:15 left in the game, but the ball will move into Hawk territory. All the way down to the 37-yard line.
Lance Jackson down there with a headset on.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see those guys on the side. Maybe gives them an opportunity to either not let them call a few defensive plays or at least hear what goes on and some of the conversation back and forth between the coaches. Good to let those guys see both sides of this coin. North Lamar hands the ball off. That's number 12, Jackson Hoskins. He caught a touchdown pass for them earlier in the ball game. The only score for the Panthers on the night. That time he tries to get around the left side, picks up a few yards.
Well, two years ago, I actually stayed in the coach's room during the third quarter one game, and I am so impressed with how much information they are able to relay down to the field as far as who on their team is in, who on their team is out, maybe some schemes that they see that they've prepared for. It's pretty impressive. Yeah,
lots of graphs and things, and you kind of get to see the Monday through Thursday part of the job when you're up there, that's for sure. Quarterback keeper here this time by Nichols. will be just enough for the first down. Jace Elrod makes the tackle there. He got some help from James Solomon. He's playing safety. He just scored a touchdown on offense. As we roll inside of 1 minute and 30 seconds.
And you know the crew on the field is taking some ownership in trying to keep that guest score at 6.
Got big KJ Greer and Jalen Foster down on the line for the Hawks. Number 34, Noah out there as well. Dempsey over here on the left side, the senior defensive end. Worked with his dad for a while back at Liberty ILO. Saw that young man when he was a youngin'. Ball bounces on the ground out here to number 12, Jackson Hoskins. He scoops it back up and he'll step out of bounds. He's being pursued by number 53, Isaiah Wooten. And Haskins might have saw that play with 21 earlier and said, I don't believe I want to meet 53 over on the sideline.
Well, and Noah was there with the pressure that probably caused him to put the ball on the ground.
That'll bounce it all the way back to the 34-yard line. You can hear the student section doing the I believe that we will win chant. It's always interesting to me that it's at the end. Like, do that at the beginning. Let's see about your faith out there.
Well, this will definitely be the last play of the game.
.22 seconds on the game clock and the play clock. And a late pitch out here. And a huge shot at the end of that one. And it's kind of an emphatic end to the ball game. Anthony Gordon carries it around, and Roland Ritchie, the sophomore cornerback, comes up and puts a lick on him, and that's the way the game is going to end. Your score at the end of this one, Pleasant Grove 56, North Lamar 6. Again, we appreciate North Lamar and their fans and everybody, a late switch to get down here and play this game, and we got it in without the rain. North Lamar heading next week into a big showdown with Liberty ILO, the Hawks. Next week, Jay, we got a few things going on. We've got senior night for this football senior team, their last game here at Hawk Stadium, and unless we win some sort of flip during the playoffs and get back here. But Spring Hill, also a big district game finishing up there. It looks like they're going to lose to Gilmer tonight, but they do have a shot, and then you can hear Quinn talking about it in the backfield. This win tonight versus North Lamar is win number 99 for Coach Josh Gibson. And so next week, a lot on the line, an undefeated season, an undefeated district championship, and a potential 100th win for our head coach Josh Gibson on the line next week. So it's going to be an exciting time. Join us here at Hawk Stadium, 7:30 kickoff, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. And we appreciate you joining us here, but, man, next week get out here and let's fill these stands up.
Well, I know Coach Gibson is an emotional coach, and that's one of the reasons why these players just love playing for him and give him everything that they can. But next week's going to be a tough week for him. His son being a senior.
Yep.
And you got to know that he knows that it's number 100.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so, there's – plus with senior night, I mean, he develops a bond with these young men.
Yeah. All
the way back to sometimes even 5th and 6th grade. But
Absolutely.
definitely 7th grade on. And just takes a special touch in his heart each year for each of these players. So it's definitely going to be a tough week for him. But Spring Hill, I'm sure, is going to come in with a good game plan. I know that they definitely wish that tonight was a little bit different with them facing Gilmer. But they still, there's still going to be a spot, for them to possibly maybe catch that second spot anyway. Should they get the W next week?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they would love to come in and spoil senior night and 100 wins and everything else because, there's a lot riding on who you get to play. And then, again, this North Lamar team next week versus Liberty ILO, it looks like they're going to be battling it out for that 4th spot there, and that's going to be a big showdown. And I tell you, I've Liberty ILO last week, North Lamar this week, and that's going to be one of those games. I think it's going to be one worth watching.
Well, Liberty ILO is healthy. And so I think that they're going to have a lot of their playmakers back and on the field. So I'm not sure if North Lamar is going to have enough film to really prepare for everyone
who all
on
that
there.
They have there, yeah.
And so Liberty ILO, pardon me, kudos to them for tonight's effort. and look to see them put another W next week and get into the playoffs.
Of course, they're still only at halftime. They're up 21-14, so they've got to hold on and get a win this week. Van and Carthage are still tied up, and Hooks is up 32-12 over that. But for all of us here at home on what would have been an away game, but a home game, your final here, 56-6 in favor of the Hawks. We will be back next week. But for all of us here on Texarkana Game Day, I'm Matt Fry. I'm here with Jay Davis. Jay, any parting words?
Go Hawks!
You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana.